Ecotech CAV, this guy, and Ball Bandry tied for first. How about a like, friendo? Love you long time. I'm gonna push this treasure aside for an unboxing. All right, hear me out before you get agitated. It's common knowledge, you gotta diversify your stack. And how could you diversify more than an entirely different asset altogether? All right, I hate even saying NFTs. Garbage crypto artwork that you don't even hold. Also, many YouTube investor gurus are sponsored by Masterworks, which allows investors to own fractional portions of blue chip artwork, like say a Picasso. And you know, it sounds nice. But in the stacker community, we have a saying, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Now, why own any artwork? Are you familiar with the lovely Rothschild family? If not, I suggest you watch a documentary about them on YouTube. I think you'll enjoy it. A postage box within a postage box. How crude. Anyhow, they're beyond wealthy, the Rothschilds. And they've managed to maintain their wealth for multiple generations. Something personally I don't care about. But there's lessons to be learned in it nonetheless. I remember it being said they diversified their assets into 3 categories. A third was fairly liquid, like multiple currencies, bonds, stocks, and yes, even gold. 1/3 real estate, commercial, residential, and 1/3 art. And believe it or not, art performs well. At least it can do well. Or it could just be a big waste of filthy fiat. That's why you gotta buy what you like. And don't get me wrong, it definitely doesn't hurt if other people like it too. Now, I like comic books, and I've profited off of them in the past. So I'm dabbling a bit. This here is a pristine copy of The Incredible Hulk 773, also known as number 6. I guess it's part 6 in the story. A story that I enjoyed very much. This here is the first full appearance of the Titan Hulk. This particular book comes with many different covers, and I believe this variant cover is the most rare. This is the Stegman variant cover. You can see Bruce Banner getting angry and turning into the Hulk. And then you can see the Hulk getting angry and turning into the Titan Hulk. I'm not too fond of the reverse here. A candy commercial, whoop-de-doo. And I know you're probably also thinking a comic book, whoop-de-doo. I believe there's an index similar to the S&P 500, but it's of key comic books. And I believe that index actually beats the S&P. And I could buy UV protectant frames and hang these on my wall. Artwork with a current market price you can look up anytime. That book was selling for over $500 a few months ago. They sell for about $175 to $200 right now. And I managed to get that one much cheaper, which is why I jumped on it. I picked this one up a few months ago just because it had a really cool cover and I got a great price. Not the best investment strategy, but sometimes it just be like that. After all, this is art, so a little passion is allowed. I've been watching the comic book market for quite some time, waiting for these interesting risk assets to become more and more distressed. Am I catching a falling knife? Maybe. But from what I understand, when these markets come back, they come back with a vengeance. If we end up in some Great Depression, am I going to feel good about having bought funny books? Probably not. But I got a little something for every situation. That's the point. Reserve stacker, right. Be sure to get some potassium iodide. It just so happens I have a couple bottles right here for those very special occasions. If you know anything on this subject, let me know if these are any good. I gave some to my family and friends. I don't know how good they'll do in that situation, if it should happen, but they weren't that expensive. And if I should ever need to actually take these, I'll do my best to not wash them down with a sour mash. I'll try to keep my cool, but I can't make any promises. In other news, I have a gold purchase coming up in June. That's right, every January and June, I pledged to buy a Centenario. What have I done? At current gold prices, it's looking like it's gonna cost me $3,000. 2 more hundies for the stack, and now I have $2K. Let's get them in a hard plastic drop sleeve because it looks cool. It's pretty amazing when you look upon all this cash and you realize it's still not enough for a Centenario. I'm only 2/3 of the way there. My gosh, this is not easy. After all, I'm merely upper poor. Yeah, I'm out and about all day, every day, doing some serious unskilled labored tasks. I don't buy beverages and prepared food when I'm out and about. I very seldom socialize or connect with anyone in any meaningful way. After all, I'm on a mission to make up for lost time. I look at the current years of my life as sacrifice, similar to someone who would join the military for 4 years or university, or some kind of monk giving up everything to reach some kind of enlightenment. So when I'm out and about, completing my daily tasks throughout the city, I am very much amongst the people, but I am not of them. And perhaps the sacrifices will be for nothing. After all, the odds are not quite stacked in my favor. But what if I am one of the exceptional talented few? Or perhaps the Kruger-Dunning effect has rendered me delusional and I'm a fool. Like a bad musician starting a garage band. The butt of a joke that everyone sees but me. Well, what can I say? I guess no one will ever know unless you try. Aim for the stars, you might hit the moon. After all, successful people fail much more than unsuccessful people. Because many unsuccessful people fail to try. I'm just being a little dramatic. I got complete confidence in myself. After all, I have fairly detailed plans. If it all works out, health and wealth will meet at the crossroad. And if it doesn't work out, well, there's plenty of people to socialize with at the bottom. Hey, you hit that like button, right? Awesome. You're the best. So, an old silver dollar every week for a year. Here it is. And this weekend is week 53. If I'm here and able, then it's going to be an old silver dollar every week. And a centenario every 6 months. Around $20 worth of nickels each week. Save the occasional small head interesting debt note once in a while. Buy $50 worth of Bitcoin each week. And a comic book now and then. And I buy stocks, but I don't talk about them on here. Maybe someday. Leave a comment down below, friendo. Something meaningful or insightful would be great. But an emoji algo food is fine too. But if you're still here, don't be lazy. Hit that subscribe button for more. And you will get more, but not now. Because that's it. That is it. Thousand Air Radio, Wicked Shout.